There is something shocking that most people don't realize. In a world where businesses fail every day, where economies crash, currencies lose value, and people struggle just to survive, there are 4 businesses revealed in the Bible that have never failed, not once in history. Yes, you heard that right. While others are losing, these businesses are still producing. While others are shutting down, these are still expanding. And the most powerful truth is, anyone can enter them. But here's the question that should grab your heart tonight. What if you have been working hard in the wrong system? What if the reason you're struggling is not because of lack of effort, but lack of alignment? What if God already showed you a system that guarantees increase and you just didn't know it? Stay with me till the end, because these 4 divine businesses can change your financial life, your spiritual life, and your destiny forever. First, the business of sowing and reaping. The first business that never fails is the business of sowing and reaping. This is not just farming. This is a spiritual law. The Bible teaches that whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. If you sow kindness, you reap favor. If you sow generosity, you reap abundance. If you sow faith, you reap miracles. This business does not depend on the economy. It depends on your seed. Many people are waiting for harvest, but they have planted nothing. Listen carefully. Your future is not in your job. Your future is in your seed. The second, the business of faith. The second business that never fails is the business of faith. Faith is your capital in the kingdom of God. In the world, you need money to start a business. But in God's system, you need belief. Faith can open doors no man can shut. Faith can bring opportunities out of nowhere. Faith can turn nothing into something. When you operate in faith, you are no longer limited by your environment. Small faith produces small results. Big faith produces big breakthroughs. So the question is, how big is your vision? 3, the business of serving others. The third business that never fails is the business of serving others. Many people chase money, but they ignore people. Yet the truth is simple. When you solve problems for people, God sends provision to you. The greatest businesses in the world are built on service. When you help others succeed, God ensures you never lack. Serving others is not weakness, it is divine strategy. Because when you lift others up, God lifts you higher. 4, the business of obedience to God. The fourth and most powerful business is the business of obedience. This is where supernatural success begins. Sometimes God will tell you to do something that doesn't make sense. But obedience activates miracles. Obedience can bring provision in unexpected ways. Obedience can protect you from failure. Obedience can accelerate your destiny. Many people pray for blessings, but ignore instructions. Blessings follow obedience, always. Conclusion. So here are the 4 businesses that never fail: sowing and reaping, faith, serving others, obedience to God. These are not just ideas. These are divine systems of success. If you align your life with these principles, you will not just survive, you will thrive. Even in difficult times, even in uncertainty, even when others are failing, you will rise. Because when you do business God's way, failure is not an option. There is a powerful truth that many people overlook, and it is this: God's economy never collapses. While the systems of this world rise and fall, while markets crash and currencies lose their value, the economy of God remains constant, unshaken, and unchangeable. This is not just a motivational idea. It is a spiritual reality that has been proven throughout generations. Think about it for a moment. In the world system, everything is uncertain. One day there is profit, the next day there is loss. People invest their time, their energy, and their resources, yet there is no guarantee of success. Fear dominates decisions. Anxiety fills hearts. But in God's economy, there is no panic, no shortage, and no instability. Why? Because it is not controlled by human hands. It is governed by divine principles. God's system operates on laws that never fail. These laws are not affected by inflation, recession, or global crisis. When everything around you is shaking, God's system is still standing strong. This means that your success does not have to depend on what is happening in the world. It can depend on something higher, something greater, something eternal. Many people limit themselves because they only understand the natural economy. They think their income is limited to their job, their business, or their connections. But when you begin to understand God's economy, your mindset changes. You realize that your source is not your employer, not your circumstances, but God Himself. And when your source is unlimited, your possibilities become unlimited. This is where faith begins to rise. Because when you truly believe that God's economy never collapses, fear begins to lose its power over your life. You are no longer controlled by bad news or negative reports. Instead, you are anchored in a deeper truth that God is able to provide, sustain, and increase you no matter what is happening around you. In God's economy, there is always provision. There is always opportunity. There is always a way forward. Even in times of famine, God's people have experienced abundance. Even in times of crisis, they have seen miracles. This is because they were not operating under the limitations of the world. They were connected to a higher system. But here is the key. You must choose which economy you will trust. If you rely only on the world system, you will always live with uncertainty. But if you align yourself with God's principles, you step into a realm where stability, peace, and provision become your portion. This does not mean you ignore the natural world. It means you do not depend on it as your final source. You may work, you may do business, you may plan and invest, but your confidence is not in those things. Your confidence is in God, who controls all things. When this truth settles in your heart, it changes the way you live. You become bold. You become confident. You become unshakable. Because you know that no matter what happens in the world, your life is secured in a system that never fails. And that is the power of God's economy. It is stable when everything else is unstable. It is faithful when everything else is uncertain. And it is overflowing when everything else is running dry. There is a law that operates quietly but powerfully, whether people recognize it or not. And that is the law of sowing and reaping. It is one of the most consistent and dependable principles ever established, and it does not fail. In a world where results often seem uncertain, this divine system brings clarity. What you plant today will determine what you harvest tomorrow. Many people desire a harvest, but they overlook the importance of the seed. They want success, favor, increase, and breakthrough. Yet they fail to understand that every result begins with an intentional act of sowing. Life does not respond to wishes, it responds to seeds. Every action, every word, every decision you make is a seed being planted into your future. This law goes far beyond finances. It touches every area of life. When you sow kindness, you eventually reap relationships filled with goodwill and support. When you sow discipline, you reap progress and achievement. When you sow faith, you reap strength and confidence. Even negative actions follow the same principle. When people sow doubt, fear, or selfishness, they often find themselves surrounded by the very things they planted. What makes this law so powerful is its consistency. It does not depend on emotions, luck, or chance. It operates based on principle. A farmer does not stand in his field hoping crops will appear without planting seeds. He understands that harvest is a result of deliberate action. In the same way, your life is a reflection of the seeds you have been sowing, whether consciously or unconsciously. Another important truth about sowing and reaping is that there is always a process. Seeds do not produce results overnight. There is a season between planting and harvesting. During this time, many people become discouraged. They begin to doubt whether their efforts are working. But the unseen process is just as important as the visible result. Growth is happening beneath the surface, even when nothing seems to be changing. Patience, therefore, becomes a key part of this business. Those who understand this law do not give up easily. They continue to sow, continue to believe, and continue to act, even when they cannot yet see the outcome. They trust that in due time, the harvest will come. It is also important to recognize that the size of your harvest is directly connected to the size of your seed. Small efforts often produce small results, while greater commitment produces greater returns. This is not about quantity alone, but about the quality and intention behind what you sow. When you give your best, your time, your energy, your focus, you position yourself for a greater outcome. The law of sowing and reaping also teaches responsibility. It reminds you that your future is not random. It is shaped by the choices you make every day. Instead of blaming circumstances or waiting for luck, you begin to take control by planting the right seeds consistently. When you truly understand this principle, your mindset shifts completely. You stop waiting for opportunities and start creating them. You stop focusing on what you lack and start using what you have. You become intentional with your actions, knowing that every seed carries the potential for multiplication. And this is why this business never fails. As long as there is a seed and the willingness to sow it, there will always be a harvest. It may take time, it may require patience, but the result is inevitable. The question is not whether you will reap, it is what you have been sowing. There is a powerful secret that many people miss in their pursuit of success, and it is this: true and lasting increase comes through serving others. In a world that constantly teaches people to focus on themselves, to chase profit, and to put their own needs first, this principle may seem unusual, but it is one of the most reliable and effective ways to experience growth that does not fade away. When you shift your focus from what can I get to how can I help, something begins to change in your life. Your perspective expands, your heart becomes open, and opportunities begin to flow in ways you never expected. This is because service creates value, and wherever there's value, there's always a demand. Think about the most successful people and systems around you. At the core of their success is a simple idea. They solve problems. They meet needs. They make life easier, better, or more meaningful for others. Success is not built on selfish gain. It is built on consistent contribution. The more people you help, the more impact you create, and the more your life begins to expand. Serving others is not about lowering yourself. It is about positioning yourself for greater influence. When you become a person who genuinely cares about others, people are naturally drawn to you. Trust begins to grow. Relationships become stronger. And these connections often open doors that skill alone cannot open. There's also a deeper dimension to this principle. When you serve others with sincerity, you are not just working at a surface level. You are touching lives. A kind word, a helping hand, a moment of support. These things may seem small, but they carry great power. They create a ripple effect that goes far beyond what you can see immediately. Many people struggle because they are constantly chasing results without understanding the process. They want recognition without contribution, reward without service, and success without sacrifice. But true growth follows a different path. It begins with giving. It begins with putting others before yourself, even when it is not convenient. This does not mean you ignore your own needs. It means you understand that by lifting others, you are also lifting yourself. When you help someone move forward, you create momentum in your own life. When you add value to others, value begins to return to you, often in ways you did not expect. Another important aspect of serving others is consistency. One act of kindness is good, but a lifestyle of service is transformational. When service becomes part of who you are, not just something you do occasionally, it begins to shape your character. You become known as someone reliable, someone trustworthy, someone who makes a difference. Over time, this reputation becomes one of your greatest assets. People remember how you made them feel. They remember who stood by them, who helped them, who supported them. And when opportunities arise, they naturally think of you. In this way, service becomes a seed that continues to produce results long after the initial act. It is also important to understand that serving others requires humility. It requires a willingness to look beyond your own desires and recognize the needs around you. But this humility is not weakness. It is strength under control. It is the ability to put purpose above pride. When you embrace this principle fully, your life begins to change in remarkable ways. You no longer feel stuck or limited because you realize that there are always opportunities to serve and therefore always opportunities to grow. You become proactive instead of passive. You create impact instead of waiting for it. And this is why the business of serving others never fails. As long as there are people in need, there will always be a place for those who are willing to serve. As long as you are adding value, you will never be without purpose, and you will never be without opportunity. There is a dimension of success that goes beyond effort, intelligence, and even opportunity. And it is found in the power of obedience. Many people work hard, plan carefully, and pursue their goals with determination. Yet, they still struggle to see lasting results. The missing element is often not effort, but alignment. Obedience is what brings your life into alignment with a higher purpose. And when that alignment happens, things begin to move in ways that cannot be explained by human logic alone. Obedience is not always easy. In fact, it often requires you to step beyond your comfort zone. There are moments when the direction you feel led to take does not make sense to your natural thinking. It may seem risky, inconvenient, or even illogical. But this is where the true test lies. Obedience is not about understanding everything. It is about trusting enough to act. Many people delay their progress because they wait until everything feels certain. They want full clarity before taking a step. But growth does not work that way. Often clarity comes after obedience, not before it. When you take a step in the right direction, even without complete understanding, you create movement. And in that movement, new opportunities begin to reveal themselves. There's also a powerful connection between obedience and provision. When you follow the right path, you often find that what you need begins to appear along the way. It may not come in the form you expected, but it comes at the right time. This is because obedience positions you in the place where provision is already prepared. Instead of chasing what you need, you begin to walk into it. Another important aspect of obedience is that it protects you. There are many paths that may look attractive on the surface, but lead to disappointment or failure. Obedience acts as a guide, helping you avoid decisions that could harm your progress. It keeps you focused, disciplined, and aligned with what truly matters. At the same time, obedience requires consistency. It is not a one-time decision, it is a daily choice. Every day presents new opportunities to either follow the right direction or to go your own way. Small acts of obedience may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they build a foundation of strength and stability. These small steps accumulate, leading to outcomes that are far greater than you could have imagined. There is also a deeper transformation that takes place within you through obedience. It shapes your character. It builds discipline. It strengthens your ability to trust. Instead of being controlled by emotions or circumstances, you become guided by purpose. This inner strength becomes one of your greatest advantages, allowing you to remain steady even when challenges arise. Many people desire success, but they resist instruction. They want results without direction. However, true progress comes when you are willing to listen, to learn, and to act accordingly. Obedience opens doors that effort alone cannot open. It brings a sense of peace and confidence, knowing that you are moving in the right direction. It is also important to understand that obedience does not limit you, it frees you. It removes confusion, reduces wasted effort, and helps you focus your energy where it truly matters. Instead of being scattered and uncertain, you become intentional and clear. When you fully embrace this principle, your life begins to take on a new momentum. You stop forcing things to happen and start flowing in the right direction. You experience progress that feels natural, steady, and sustainable. And this is why the business of obedience never fails. It aligns you with purpose, positions you for provision, protects you from unnecessary loss, and leads you toward outcomes that are greater than your own plans. Faith is often the unseen force that separates limitation from possibility. In the natural world, people rely heavily on what they can see, measure, and control. They depend on tangible resources, visible evidence, and guaranteed outcomes. But faith operates differently. It begins where certainty ends. It steps forward even when the path is unclear, trusting in something greater than immediate evidence. When you understand faith as your capital, you begin to realize that your true strength is not determined by your current circumstances. It is determined by what you believe and how firmly you hold on to that belief. Faith is not passive, it is active. It requires you to think, speak, and act in alignment with what you believe, even before you see any visible results.